Today's video is going to tell you how to use pronouns in French, the little words you need to say it and me. Using pronouns can add a higher level of fluency in French writing and speaking, and they score really well at GCSE. So the little box at the bottom says, using just one of these phrases in your writing and or in your speaking will result in you being given extra credit for quality of language. So let's look at an example. Je trouve le français nul. I find French rubbish. That can change to je le trouve nul. I find it boring. So le français has just become le. Let's look at another example. J'aime la musique. Je l'aime. I like music. I like it. And another example. Je fais les devoirs chaque soir. I do homework every evening. Je les fais chaque soir. I do it every evening. Je regarde la télé tout le temps. Je la regarde tout le temps. La télé, here, I watch TV all the time. To I watch it all the time. La télé becomes la. Hopefully you've noticed a few things about those sentences, because that'll tell you how pronouns work. Here's our four examples. Je le trouve nul, je la regarde tout le temps, je l'ai fait chaque soir, and je l'aime. Hopefully what you've noticed is the first thing, that there are four potential ways to say it in French. Le, la, les, and L apostrophe. The word it comes before the verb in French. So essentially, you're saying it find bad. And it watch all the time. And I know to English speakers that seems really, really weird, but it makes a lot of sense in the French. So our question now would be, how do we know which of these four ways to say it we put before our verb? This is a little table that would be really useful for us to note down. And also, a little formula, your subject, so here we've got je, the person you're talking about, the person doing the action, followed by it, followed by your verb. So let's look at some examples. If it was le fromage, you'd say je le déteste. Cheese, I hate it. We use le because cheese is masculine. We know that because it's got le in front of it. And again, la pizza, je la déteste. We use la, I hate it, by the way. You use la because it's la pizza, I hate it. Les œufs, eggs, je les déteste. Here it actually means I hate them, because we're talking about more than one thing. I hate them. And we use les because it's les œufs. It's more than one egg. Les œufs, I hate them. Then another example, le foot, je l'adore. L apostrophe, je l'adore. The reason we used L apostrophe instead of le is because we can't have two vowels going together here in French. So the LA becomes L apostrophe. The apostrophe shows that we've kind of deleted the E. We know it should be there, but we couldn't put it down. Je l'adore. I love it. There's our little formula again. Subject plus it plus verb. You need to make sure you choose the correct word for it, depending on what that thing is that it is. If it's something masculine, it's le. If it's something feminine, it's la. If it's something plural, it's les. When you're talking about the past, the pronoun needs to come before what we call the auxiliary verb. Here's an example. Le fromage, je l'ai adoré. Cheese, I loved it. L apostrophe here, because we can't have LA, AI. Too difficult in French. Je l'ai adoré. I loved it. Now let's move on to the pronouns that mean me. It's dead easy because in French it's spelled exactly the same as in English, me. It's just pronounced me. Il donne un cadeau à moi. He gives a present to me. Becomes il me donne un cadeau. He gives me a present. Exactly the same rules as before. The me comes before the verb. So he gives, or here it's he me gives a present. Weird in English, but it works in French. If that was in the past tense, il a donné un cadeau à moi. He gave a present to me. From your notes from before, where is the me, where is the me going to come? Is it going to come before donné, or is it going to come before the a, the auxiliary? Yeah, it comes before the auxiliary. Il m'a donné un cadeau. He gave me a present. It's M apostrophe here because me, me, you can't have that with a vowel coming next. Il m'a donné un cadeau. Il a dit à moi que, he told me that, or he said to me that, becomes il m'a dit que. That's a really lovely phrase to say in your speaking. Il m'a dit que, he told me that. And you could make it even more complex by, instead of using il, changing it to mon père. So this is what you might write now. My dad, mon père, a dit à moi que. My dad told me that. But actually in French, mon père m'a dit que. My dad told me that. Or in the sort of basic word order, my dad me told that. But this bottom one, that's lovely French. Mon père m'a dit que. So let's have a quick look at how that one works. It's not very different from before. Here's our two examples, or two of our examples. Il m'a donné un cadeau. He gave me a present. And mon père m'a dit que. My dad told me that. There's two potential ways of to saying if an action has happened to you, or to me in French. And the word me comes before the verb in French. He me gave, or he me told, effectively, is what you're saying. This is our two ways to say me, or to me. Me and me. One's used before a vowel, and that's really the only difference. It's still the same formula. The subject, the person, so here il or mon père. Then comes the me part, the me, and then your verb. He me gave, my dad me told. He gave me, my dad told me. Thank you very much for watching the video on how to use pronouns in French, looking at it and me. Using them in your GCSE writing and speaking will increase your fluency and give you the chance to gain extra credit in the exam. Thank you very much. Remember, as always, to like and subscribe.